Hello, friends. So, today I'm going to do Ask Me Anything, where you guys send me questions and I answer them. A lot of newly marrieds have sent me some questions when they are going on this new journey, getting into a new family, making a lot of adjustments, connecting with new people, new parents, working on their expectations, and simultaneously also trying to figure out what is good for them. So they have sent me a few questions from different parts, and I am going to answer them today. So, firstly, congratulations on your recent marriage. And this exciting new chapter can also bring a wave of expectations and adjustments. So let's unpack the questions that you have sent to me and explore ways to create a fulfilling and authentic partnership. The first question is: we are feeling overwhelmed by the expectations surrounding married life. So, how do we manage these expectations and create a relationship that feels authentic to us? Well, it's a new marriage, and there are going to be so many expectations. In laws expect a lot from you, your husband wants you to be there for him. So, there are a few points that you can start following to help you go through this process. The first thing is talk openly with your spouse and your in laws. So, discuss societal expectations and your individual desires for your marriage. Open communication is key to settling, to setting down realistic and healthy boundaries. So, talk very openly with your spouse or your in laws on what is okay with you, what is not, so that you're able to define the lines. The second thing is focus on your journey. So don't immediately compare your marriage to others on social media or any other idealized versions that you might see. A lot of them are fake. So don't believe them. Celebrate your unique connection, celebrate your own uniqueness, your individuality, and build a life that suits your values and goals. More often than not, this is a common mistake that a lot of people make, that they start comparing their life to others that they see. But please don't do that. The third thing is that embrace your own individuality. So maintain your hobbies, your interests, which are outside the relationship. Say, for example, you are a person who likes to do yoga in the morning. Then continue doing it, even though you are now married. It doesn't mean that you have to stop it. Personal growth enriches your life and strengthens this connection as a whole. So it is better that you do not lose track of your own individuality as well. And the fourth thing that you can do is set common goals between you and your husband or your wife. So work together on shared aspirations, big or small. Building a future together fosters a sense of purpose and unity. So that can be really helpful. If you both set your common goals on what you guys want to achieve in your marriage, then that can be helpful. So these are a few steps which you can take to start managing expectations and also maintain your own authenticity. The next question: we are struggling to maintain the emotional and physical intimacy we had before marriage. How do we keep the romantic and emotional connection strong as we navigate this new chapter of our lives together? Now, what happens is when you get married, there are a lot of societal pressures which start taking its toll on you. Also, there is a drastic change. You've moved into a new house, and your emotional and physical intimacy can start getting affected. So, here are a few ways the way you can keep, you can try to maintain them. So, the first thing is quality time that you spend with each other. So, schedule your regular date nights, even if it is just an hour after work. Disconnect from distractions and reconnect with each other regularly. Make this a priority because it is important. Second thing, explore physical intimacy. So, experiment and discover what brings you closer physically and emotionally. Communication is crucial for a fulfilling sex life. So don't let that spark die in the bedroom. Whatever happens outside, inside the bedroom, you can still, be yourselves. So do what excites you, have conversations, and talk to each other about what is working. The third thing, keep the spark alive. So surprise each other with small gestures, compliments, or even handwritten notes. Maintain the playful energy that attracted you in the first place. So, say before marriage, you used to send each other a lot of messages. Continue doing that. Now, because you're married, it doesn't mean that you have to stop doing that. So, continue doing things that you did before marriage. And the fourth thing, nurture emotional connection. So, share your daily experiences, worries, and joys. Engage in active listening and show genuine interest in each other's life. So continue with the emotional connection because that is the journey that you're taking. As you get married, that emotional bond should get reinforced, should get stronger with time. And that will happen when you are continuously talking to each other, you are solving the problems that arise, you're working from a place of growth, and you are focused on loving each other. So that is how it will work. Question number three. Communication seems tricky. What are some effective ways for us to express our thoughts, feelings, and needs to each other openly and honestly? How can we improve our listening skills? Now, this is a common problem that happens, right? You get married, some argument happens, and communication goes for a toss. You both get angry with each other, and then the conversations are no longer happening. You are avoiding him, he's avoiding you, and that whole game starts. So, you need to remember that communication is extremely important and you have to keep talking to each other. So, practice I statements. Express your needs and feelings without blaming your partner. I feel frustrated when you do this. I am not happy when you say this. Things like that. These are the statements that you should use. Instead of saying, you are always like this, you just always jump to conclusions. Don't blame. Try to put me, your whatever you want to communicate, your message across instead of blaming. So, this reduces the defensiveness and also encourages understanding. The second thing is active listening. How do we listen more? Pay attention to both verbal and non-verbal cues. Reflect on what you have heard to ensure clarity. Repeat it to each other in case if you have misunderstood something. Listen with a very open mind. Don't immediately be judgmental. These are all the things that you need to do for active listening. Try to understand your partner's point of view as well. The third thing is be empathetic with your partner. So try to see things from your partner's perspective. Acknowledge their feelings even if you do not agree with them. Be kind. Do not immediately start, hurting them in various ways that you think it's going to help. It doesn't help. And later on, you regret doing those things. So don't do things in a fit of anger. Instead, try to be kind and try to get your message across. And the fourth thing that you can do is focus on solutions. So approach communication as a team effort to find solutions that work for both of you. It is really important that you talk to each other and come from a place of solution. You both are one team and you need to work together. And schedule regular check ins, dedicate time with each other every week to have open and honest conversations about anything and everything that is required. Because things will keep cropping up, there will be many issues which will come up. So you have to continuously keep talking to each other. Remember that communication is a skill that takes practice. So be patient with yourselves and with the other person and embrace the learning process. These tips are just a starting point. Adapt them to create a communication style that feels comfortable and effective for both of you. If you have further questions or Any need for personalized guidance, feel free to reach out for any coaching sessions that you might need. Let's work together to help you build a strong, fulfilling, and authentic marriage. And the number one tip that I would like to give you here is that solve your problems as they arise. Don't let them become mountains so that your marriage will be a happy place where you would like to be. So that's all for today. I shall connect with you again tomorrow on another live at 11 a.m. in the morning in Hindi, and I shall see you there. Have a good start to your weekend.